So if you want to understand finance, Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance, see, we need to understand 3 golden rules, 4 transactions. 3 golden rules and 4 transactions. So what are these 4 transactions? These 4 transactions: vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. These 4 transactions we need to understand, and 3 golden rules we need to understand. So let us focus on first 4 transactions, and then we'll discuss about 3 golden rules later. So vendor invoice, so customer invoice, vendor invoice, customer payment, vendor payment. These 4 transactions we need to understand. Like if you want to learn A to Z, first you need to start with at least A, B, C, D. These are A, B, C, D. Customer invoice, vendor invoice, customer payment, vendor payment. These 4 transactions we need to understand. Okay. So tomorrow onwards, I will copy a file like this file, and I will present in the file, like PPT. For today, I'm explaining in text file. Tomorrow onwards, it will be continuation PPT file. Fine. Customer invoice, vendor invoice, customer payment, vendor payment. These 4 transactions you are going to learn. In the like the 4 transactions are very important: customer invoice, customer payment, vendor invoice, vendor payment. Okay, so for customer invoice, like whenever you are learning customer invoice, whether she is able to join Swati? No, she has some challenges. I don't know. Okay, fine. So one is customer invoice. So to understand this customer invoice, customer payment, you need to remember 3 golden rules. 3 golden rules. In this, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Okay, this rule you need to remember. The first rule, personal accounts. Okay, debit the receiver. Here from our company, customer will be debit the receiver means customer account debit. That is customer account debit. Vendor invoice means that she is trying for a number of times, but not able to join. I don't know the challenges. Mostly this kind of error will come if your internet is very slow. Okay. For this one, this kind of issues, I can't do anything. Actually, it is not in my control. You need to make sure your internet will be stronger. Okay. If your internet is not there, very stronger, then you are not getting joined in this session. Okay. So debit the receiver, credit the giver. So who is giving material? Vendor. So that is the reason here to vendor account credit. Okay. So to vendor, for vendor it is credit, for customer it is debit. So these two transactions let us understand in the system. Customer invoice, vendor invoice. So this is the application. You can click on Microsoft Edge or Internet Explorer. You need to click on the link. Then it will open and it will ask you username and password. In real-time scenario, it will ask username and password. You need to enter your username and password in real-time scenario. Once it is opened, you can go here, accounts receivable, collapse all, invoices, all free text invoice. Okay, here debit the receiver because you learned already in your golden rules, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Here, because this is, you need to imagine this is your company, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Because from your company, who is receiving customer, who is giving vendor. So vendor credit, customer debit. That's what you learned. So now we are doing this customer invoice. So the path is accounts receivable, invoices, all FedEx invoices. Okay, fine. So she is not able to join. She tried n number of times. Shravani, she is able to join. Okay. Now you can click on new button. Let me write down the path. Accounts receivable, invoices, FedEx invoice. So the customer invoice. So customer invoice, the path for customer invoice is accounts receivable, invoices, pretext invoice. Okay, so this account is customer account debtor to revenue account credit. Customer account debtor to revenue account credit. Fine. So let me show you this process in the system. Customer invoice, you are learning customer invoice. It is in accounts receivable, invoices, all pretext invoices. Just give me a minute, please. Now click on new button. Click on new button. Select the customer. Select the customer and select the revenue account. So here there is a terms of payment, methods of payment, cash discount. All these things you will understand slowly. Okay, now I'm selecting here revenue account. Revenue account. Now suppose $50. $50. I'm sorry because first day people will ping me a lot. And someone is joining. Okay. Okay, fine. So please bear with me. Okay. Fine. So I have entered price $60. I'm posting now. I'm posting now. Click OK. Okay. Now immediately it will not show the voucher. I'm taking duplicate here. I'm taking duplicate. Okay, here there is a message. This message is related to credit management. Okay, what is this credit management? We'll discuss this one later. I have written as a pending point. So here I have written as a pending point credit limit. What is this credit limit? You will understand later. Okay, so at present it is warning message only, but operation completed. So it was posted. But what is this? You will understand in future, but it is posted. It is blue color ribbon. Okay, posted. Now I want to see the voucher. So invoice journal, voucher. At present, voucher is not displaying, and we need to go to general ledger, collapse all, ledger setup. Sorry, subledger journal entry is not a transferred. Here we need to click on subledger journal entry is not a transferred. Okay, now I'm transferring. Now you can see here the voucher. So customer balance account data to revenue account credit. So that's what it is here. Customer account debit. The rule is debit the receiver. Okay, revenue account credit means one more nominal accounts. The rule is debit all expenses and losses. Credit all incomes and gains. This rule we need to apply. Okay, just a minute, please. Okay, so debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So here this credit revenue, it is coming. Okay, customer account data to revenue account credit, that is debit the receiver, credit the giver. In this rule is applied. Debit the receiver. Okay. So here debit the customer. So you need to apply this logic because customer is receiving material. Customer is receiving. And here vendor is giving material. So the giver. That rule we'll see later. First debit the receiver. So customer is the receiver. So debit customer account debit. Revenue account credit because all incomes and the gains are credit. Are you able to follow me? Any confusions?
Sir, it is a cash transaction, right?
It
Not
is
credit.
invoice, not cash transaction. It is invoice. Customer invoice. We are giving material to the customer and we are giving invoice.
I mean, is it credit transaction or cash transactions?
Credit transaction. See, always this is whatever you are learning. remember, this is credit transaction only. Business means usually wholesale distribution companies, it will be credit only. Cash means this one, retail and POS. Because in the retail, in the shopping mall, you will go to shopping mall and you will take the material, you will do the payment also together. That is invoice come payment. But here it is not together, it is invoice. Later after some time we'll do the payments. Got it?
Yes, sir. Got it, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, fine. So now debit the receiver, credit the giver. This is credit the giver. This is debit the receiver. That's what you need to remember. So because customer is the receiver, so debit customer account debit and all incomes and gains are credit. So it is credit. That is incomes are gains. Okay. So once again, let me do it. One more customer invoice. Accounts receivable, invoices, all FreeText invoices. Click on new, select the customer, select the revenue account. Select the revenue account. This is the revenue account. Now suppose I am entering $25. Post. Click on post. Okay, this message you can ignore for time being. It is related to credit limit. I told you it is a pending point. I have written as a pending point, credit limit related. One of the topic you need to learn in the future. Next, whenever you are doing this one like this, you need to understand the messages first. Okay, this you will understand in future. What is this credit and debit? Sorry, what is this credit limit? Next, if I want to see the voucher, invoice journal, voucher. Immediately it is not showing the voucher. In real-time scenario, the voucher will be displayed immediately within fraction of seconds. But this is a practicing environment. In the practicing environment, it will not be transferred immediately. You need to click on transfer now. Then voucher will be showing here. Customer balance account data to revenue account credit. Customer balance account data to revenue account credit. This is the voucher. Okay, she tried a number of times. I think I have allowed her more than 10 times, but it is not in my control. If your network is slow, I can't do anything. Fine. Now, vendor invoice. Let us see vendor invoice. If it is a vendor invoice, vendor account credit. The rule is the giver. Because vendor is giving the material, the giver. Okay, so let us understand now. That is accounts payable, collapse all, invoices, invoice journal, okay. Okay, click on new, AP invoice, go to lines. Now select the vendor. Now, because you are receiving material here, your company is receiving material from the vendor company. Vendor company will give the material to you. Along with that one, they will give you invoice copy. That invoice copy will have invoice date and invoice number. So for practicing purpose, it is a dummy number, but in real-time scenario, It is very, very important number. You need to enter invoice number because you are receiving material from the vendor. Then you will receive invoice copy also like this. Let me show you. Vendor will generate invoice copy. One is for his filing purpose, one is for transportation, one is for you. Okay, fine. Okay, now vendor is giving invoice copy, so I have entered invoice date and invoice number. So I'm entering credit, suppose $35. Now look at this one, vendor credit. It is vendor credit. Vendor credit. And here debit all expenses and losses. So expenses account data to vendor account credit. Expenses account data to vendor account credit. So I'm posting now. Now you can see the voucher here. Expenses account data to, this is office expenses, expense account data to vendor account credit. Okay, expense account data to vendor account credit. Any questions on these two invoices? Vendor invoice, customer invoice. So vendor invoice path is, for vendor invoice, the path is, give me a second. It is accounts payable, invoices, vendor invoice journal. Accounts payable, invoices, invoice journal. So at the time of vendor invoice, it is expenses account data to vendor account credit. So this, in these three golden rules, first golden rule and second golden rule, we understood and we have applied at the time of invoicing. In these three golden rules, we have applied here. So you need to practice this customer invoice, free text invoice and vendor invoice journal. Okay, so whenever you are studying BCom or MBA or whatever it may be, so you may not understand this one very clearly. Now you need to apply these rules in the transactions. You need to apply these rules in the transaction. At the time of customer invoice, customer account data to revenue account credit. At the time of vendor invoice, expenses account data to vendor account credit. How can I remember? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit all expenses, credit all incomes and gains. Simple rule. Here, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit all expenses, credit all incomes and gains. These two rules have applied in the vendor invoice. Any confusions? I will repeat the session multiple times, but you need to by heart. See, actually this, what is debit, what is credit, it is not related to Microsoft Dynamics. Nowhere link. It is commerce, you need to learn. You need to understand this commerce. Okay. Any more questions till now? Any confusions? Anyone?
Quick one, Satya. Hi.
Yeah.
So we've fulfilled two golden rules, not the third one, just the first two.
Third one we will use it. Third one we will use for customer payment and vendor payment.
Okay.
The third golden rule we are going to apply. Third golden rule, it is real accounts.
Okay.
This real accounts we are going to apply on the customer payment and vendor payment.
Okay.
We are going to do.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Fine. Any more questions, please? Anyone? So this debit and credit, you need to practice n number of times. Right? See, I will tell you one thing. When I'm providing training in the year 2015, 2016, I have in 2012, 13 also, I have given imposition to my students. At that time, my students are elder than me. So my age is around 30, but my students are 40 years at that time. So I have given imposition. Write down n number of times because you are not remembering. This is required. Okay. So it is not Microsoft Dynamics, it is Commerce. You need to remember. You are just applying these rules to the Dynamics application. Whether you are learning Microsoft Dynamics, 365 F&O, or SAP, SAP, or Oracle Apps, or PeopleSoft, or any ERP, even it is a Tally also, the same rule is applicable. This will not change. But screens may be changed. This application screen may be changed, but the rule will not be changed. Okay, I hope you understood. I will repeat the session later once again. Let us understand now the real accounts. Real accounts is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So this rule we are going to apply in the customer payment and vendor payment. Suppose I am doing customer payment. Accounts receivable, collapse all, payments, customer payment journal. Click on new, select the journal name, go to lines. Now customer payment means customer is doing payment to us. So we are receiving money, then our cash balance or bank balance will be increased or decreased. We are receiving money from the customer. Whether our cash balance will be increased or decreased.
Increase, sir.
Increased, am I right? So suppose in your pocket it is 100 rupees is there. Your friend has given 200 rupees. Then 100 plus 200 it is 300. It is plus increasing. So I told you debit means positive, credit means negative. So now at the time of customer payment, our cash balance or bank balance will be increased. Cash balance or bank balance will be increased. This A/C means it is account, cash or bank account. So instead of writing like this, people will write like this. Okay. So here this rule is debit what comes in. That rule we are applying. Here money is coming. Debit what comes in. Debit what comes in. So here you need to understand internally this is money. Money is coming. So debit, cash debit. Now next one is cash or bank account debtor to customer account credit. Here at the time of invoice, customer debited. At the time of payment, customer will be credited. At the time of customer invoice, customer debited. At the time of payment, it is credited. But you need to apply this third golden rule. Debit what comes in. Debit what comes in. Here cash or bank. comes in. Okay, so if it is a customer payment, cash or bank account data to vendor customer account credit. So now I'm doing here. So you can select the customer. Now you can click on transactions, settle transactions. You can select the invoice. Any invoice. Click OK. Now it is credited. Customer credited, cash or bank debit. $110,180 petty cash account. Cash account debit, customer account credit. So post. Now if you verify the voucher, you can see customer balance account like bank or cash. Cash account or bank account data to customer account credit. That's what it is. Cash or bank account data to customer account credit. So the third rule, debit what comes in is applied here. Cash or bank account debit. Okay. And here customer account at the time of invoice it is debited. At the time of payment it is credited.
Because he is the giver of the money, right, sir?
It's not like giver. Now you don't apply the giver and the this one. You need to apply what comes in. In comes in. Debit what comes in. So here personal account you need to understand this is material. Here it is material. Material means we are purchasing material. Here it is money. Debit what comes in money. Credit what goes out. So here whenever we are giving check or cash to the vendor, my bank balance will be decreased. My bank balance will be decreased. So here cash or bank account credit. Cash or bank account credit. This is credit what goes out. Credit what goes out. So let me do this vendor payment. Accounts payable, collapse all, payments, vendor payment journal. Click on new, select the journal name, go to lines, select the vendor. Now, if you click on settle transactions, some invoices already generated. You can select that invoice, any invoice. I'm selecting one invoice. Click OK. Vendor account debit and bank or cash. So I'm selecting cash. Let me remove this method of payment. You will understand this method of payment later. I'm selecting ledger account. So here I'm selecting cash. $110,180. You will understand these things one by one. Okay. This is petty cash account. Now post. Now you can verify the voucher. Here vendor account data to vendor balance account data to petty cash account credit. That's what we have understood. vendor account debtor to petty cash account credit, cash account or bank. So third golden rule we have applied. What goes out? Credit what goes out, because whenever you are doing payment to the vendor, here vendor payment means we are giving payment to the vendor. So at that time, my cash balance or bank balance will be decreased. And I told you how to remember debit and credit. Simple logic. Debit means debit card. Credit means credit card. If you remember this one, it is easily understand. Actually, debit means positive. Positive. Credit means negative. So how to remember means debit card, credit card. Because if you have more debit cards, then you have more money with you. You are in a healthy position. If you have more credit cards, then you are borrowing a lot from the banks. Then it is you need to repay that amounts. So it is a credit. Okay, these 4 transactions, 3 golden rules, 4 transactions, you need to practice a lot. You need to practice a lot. So whether it is taking 1 week, 10 days, 15 days, no problem. But try to learn these 4 transactions, 3 golden rules at the earliest. Okay. Otherwise, you can practice in front of the mirror. What is debit? What is credit? If you are a shy guy, then try to practice in front of mirror. Okay. Then only you can remember these things. Okay. Yeah. Anytime, please.
Hi, thank you, Satya. Please, can you show the screen, the voucher, the transactions? I just wanted to, yes. So when we're looking at this, the first transaction that says minus 105, so that means credits. So when in this application, is it that anytime we see minus, we should take that as a credit?
Yes, exactly right.
Okay.
Minus is a credit, and without symbol means it is a positive. It is debit.
Without the symbol means it's a credit.
Yes.
It's a debit.
Minus is always credit.
Okay, minus is always credit.
That's
okay.
what.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
If we don't have any symbol means it is a positive. If you have symbol, it is minus. So I told you credit means negative. Credit means negative. Debit means positive.
Yeah.
So many people, including me also, it is a confusion when I'm learning.
Yeah.
When I'm learning, it is a confusion to me as well. But now I'm teaching to n number of people. It is hundreds and thousands of people I'm teaching. So I remember in fingertips now. So if you wake up at midnight, 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, if any person is asking what is debit, what is credit, you need to remember this one.
Yes.
These 3 golden rules. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. These 3 golden rules, these 4 transactions are very basic fundamentals you need to remember.
Yes.
Okay. It is not only one person I'm teaching, I'm just giving information to everyone, please. Everyone, you need to remember. How to remember? It is your wish. Whether you want to learn logically or whether you want to by heart it, it is your wish. But any cost, you need to learn this one. Take 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, 10 days. It is your wish. So it is single 1 page. If you learn and your fear will be gone. about the commerce, debit and commerce. Okay, these all are transactions. Whatever you learned, these all are transactions. So now in this, look at this one. Here it is 110180 cash account. Well and good, it is 110180 petty cash account. It is credit. But whereas vendor account, it is 1001, account number 1001, ACME office supplies. If I go inside, it is showing accounts payable. What is this? It is showing vendor balance, but it is showing accounts payable. This is called vendor summary account. This is called vendor summary account. So for this, I need to explain you one topic called as ledger subledger concept. Okay, what is this? You will understand in the future. I'm making majority points, postponing, next. But you need to learn these things. So in demo, I have discussed with you. In the demo, I discussed with you ERP concepts. This ERP concept means here, like ledger versus subledger is the one of the topic. Ledger versus subledger. So one of the topic I need to discuss with you in future. You are going to learn. Okay, this is called vendor summary account. Actually, from where it is coming? Here, I'm taking duplicate. In the system, vendor posting profiles, accounts payable, collapse all, setup, vendor posting profiles. Here it is there. Vendor summary account. From this one, it will come here. Okay, how it is coming? You will understand slowly the concept, this vendor summary account in the coming sessions. The coming sessions you are going to learn. So now let me show you vendor payment, customer payment in a different manner. Okay, let me show you vendor payment again. But now I will show check payment. Accounts payable, payments, vendor payment journal. Click on new, select the journal name, go to lines, select the vendor, settle transactions, you can select the invoice. Click OK. Now here, method of payment check. Okay, so whenever I told you the training in the demo, I told you first I will explain you transactions, then masters and setups. Now setups also very important. Okay, so this method of payment is setup. Okay, masters means this customer account, vendor account, these all are masters. Customer account, vendor account, bank account, these all are masters. Now method of payment, it is setup. Fine. Now I'm using this method of payment check. Tomorrow in detail we'll discuss this method of payment. Just I'm showing you now. Here I need to enter check number. I cannot enter manually. It is disabled. The field is disabled. You cannot enter manually. So what you have to do? You need to click on generate payments, method of payment check, USMF operations. Click OK. Now document Here I'm taking screenshot, screen, click OK, click OK. Now here it is the check generated. Check number is 798. Here it is showing it was generated check. This is the check format. So we are giving check to the vendor. We are giving check to the vendor. So this is check format. We'll understand tomorrow in detail. Now check number is generated. You can post. Then you can see the voucher. It is earlier it is cash. Now it is bank. So vendor account data to cash or bank account credit. Now it is bank account. So that's what I have written here. At the time of vendor payment, vendor account data to cash or bank account credit. If you are giving cash, your cash balance will be decreased. If you are giving check, your bank balance will be decreased. So that is the reason vendor account data to cash account credit, cash or bank account credit. That's what it is. So tomorrow we are going to understand about method of payment check. Okay. So now transactions we understood, and I told you masters. So what are the masters means? Customer account is a master. Vendor account is a master. Bank account is a master. Ledger account. So in India, it is called main account. Sorry, in India, it is called ledger account, but in the system, it is called main account.
Material account also master account.
Sorry, materials.
Materials also called as a master account, sir. Material.
Item master. Yes, that is item master. Item master is also item number or item master is also masters. These all are masters. There are some more. Okay, and this main accounts or ledger accounts is called chart of accounts. Chart of accounts. Now setups. It is methods of payment. Method of payment or method of payment. Okay, some more also coming soon. We are going to understand. So you need to understand transactions, masters, setups. Slowly you are going to learn all these things. Okay, any more questions? See, I will repeat the session like the way my teaching will be like this. The same topic, first I will teach you in very small. Tomorrow, the same topic I will explain you like this. Next day, I will teach you the same topic like this. Slowly, your knowledge will be increased in the same topic a little bit more. Like this, I will increase. Same topic. Same customer invoice, customer payment, vendor invoice, vendor payment. Okay, the same topic. Fine. Before wind up, any questions, please? Anyone? Before wind up, any questions? Okay, if no questions, we can wind up the session now. Let us connect once again tomorrow evening, 7:30 p.m. IST. Okay. See you all. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Sachin. Bye.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome.